Hey guys, this is Matt Chieco from Popcorn Review the Movie Podcast. We are talking about Uncharted. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it ugly? That was a bad joke. Let's just get to the review. We're talking about Uncharted. This is a spoiler review. I don't know if there's much to spoil here, but we're going to say it anyway. It's a spoiler review. Okay, so this movie, it was like a love-hate relationship, me going into wanting to see it because I really do like Tom Holland, but it's a video game movie, and I know those don't have a great track record. But overall, it was a fun movie. It really was. The first, I want to say 30 minutes, but like when they were just trying to like fill you in on what's happening, I did not care for that. I really did not like that part of the movie because they were trying too hard. They were like, we're making a good movie. And once they started the kind of like action adventure, kind of national treasure type of like in Pirates of the Caribbean type, like looking for this treasure, they kind of were like, I feel like someone told the director was like, you're trying to make a good movie. It's no Oscar movie. So it's not a great movie. So maybe just like have fun with it and really just like have fun with everyone. Just try and make a fun movie. And I think he was like, gotcha, boss. And they did. And it was a fun movie. And it became like a Fast and Furious, Pirates of the Caribbean type grand over the top adventure looking for treasure. And I feel like I don't know if people realize, like maybe movie studios realize, but like I think movies just sometimes have to be fun. You don't try to bog us down with all like the backstory, because like that was the worst part, because it just felt forced. It felt like they were trying too hard. I feel like they would have just dropped us right into the adventure, kind of like brought us in with maybe like a quick like fun recap or something like that. I don't know, like something. I feel like they could have. I'm just kind of spitballing here. They could have just done something quick and easy to fill you on what's happening, and then we go. Because like I feel like sometimes movies just want to be fun. You just want to escape and have fun. And I feel like movies just need to realize that sometimes they're not all going to be winners, and you just got to become a Fast and Furious. And I love Fast and Furious movies because they're so fun and over the top, but they're not great. They're not great movies. Like they're not like critically great movies. So like I feel like the more people realize that, the more blockbusters are going to be better received. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, because look at this, and the critics hate it, but the audience loves it. Maybe if studios are willing to do that, because it probably brings in the cash, because critics aren't paying, audiences are, maybe they'll start doing like, hey, maybe we should just kind of like follow this formula of the Fast and Furious, of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Just have fun, because that's sometimes with movies like these and like Pirates and like Fast and Furious, you want to have fun. I don't care about the details, to be honest with you. When I see a movie that's really good on all aspects, then I expect to have details. I want it to be great in a way where I want to know the details. It has to make sense, and it has to just like be good. With these type of movies, the details don't get bogged down with the details. Just have fun. So there's great movies, and then there's fun movies. Both can be enjoyed by everyone. I mean, I guess with this one, not the critics. But it's just that's I feel like where we're going with movies nowadays, and it's like people are trying to all make these like Oscar movies. And not all movies are going to be Oscar movies. But those Oscar movies better be good in the way that I'm grading them. Like technically and critically, they need to be amazing on all fronts. With these movies, I can forgive a lot of things. So that was just a long explanation of me saying the same thing multiple times. So we're going to move on. I thought the acting, I really like Tom Holland. At one point, Mark Wahlberg kind of disappeared, and I was like, that's okay. I thought Tom Holland really did a good job leading this film. And also his action, the stunts he did was great. So that's why it's like, I feel like he's picking the wrong movie sometimes. But I feel like what I'm starting to realize that I think he can do those like kind of like really dramatic, like really flexing your acting muscles movies, and I think he'll do good at that as well. But also he needs to do action movies that have a good script, because lately, besides like the Marvel movies, he has been choosing action movies with good scripts, because the script in this movie was not good. Like I said, it got bogged down with the details, and then once I started having fun, I was like, I don't care, just do whatever you want. But I think he needs a movie where he can flex his acting muscles while also doing action. Like a James Bond type movie. I'm not saying he should be James Bond, but like those type of movies that are taken more seriously, but also have a lot of action. So I think that's where he needs to go for his next movie. I know he's taking a break. Well deserved. He done a shit ton of movies lately. But maybe go in that direction when you start looking for movies again to do. Tom, if you're watching, that's my advice. Besides Tom Holland, the acting was just all right. It wasn't unwatchable, but it was nothing to like write home about. Some of the chemistry was good, so I guess that's a plus. A lot of this film felt uneven, but luckily because it was fun, you forget about all that and just enjoy in the moment watching the movie and the craziness. But I will say, Antonio Banderas must really need a paycheck, or he needed a paycheck during COVID because he was barely in it one, and then they killed him off halfway through the movie. I was like, wait, what? Okay. I don't know how many times to say this. It was just fun. And it really, I did, as much as I didn't like the script, I did enjoy what like every time they like found the clue, I was like, oh, I'm interested. So like that, once they started doing the adventure, I became interested. I didn't really know what the story, what they were looking for, because that's when they were trying to throw a lot of details at you. But I was interested in the journey, if you want to say. Yeah, I did in the beginning think, ooh, are they gonna make him kind of Peter Parker? But they didn't. Once they started getting into the action and the adventureness of this movie, adventureness, is that a word? I'm not sure. Once they started getting into more of the adventure of finding the gold, it really took off in like a fun way where it's like a lot of the stuff was like, oh, I don't really care anymore. Because as much as I did like his acting, I feel like they were trying to, I don't know what they were trying in the beginning, but he kind of broke out of that and became not Peter Parker, which I was impressed by. And he became more confident than Peter Parker was, and like there was a difference for me between Peter Parker and Nathan Drake. And I know a lot of people who play the games do not like this movie, or they're saying it's nothing like the movie, nothing like the game. Does it need to be? I mean, if you're having fun, does it need to be? I enjoyed it once. How many times am I gonna say? Once the fun happened, once it got fun, I enjoyed it. Let's just keep a tally of that, because it's true. And I think the people I was with who saw the movie also said that. They said once they were having fun, I was having fun. Like when they were swinging from two boats, like that's a Fast and Furious move. Like that is a typical. I literally leaned over the person I was seeing with. I was like, now that's Fast and Furious. Two boats flying, connected to helicopters. People are jumping, they're throwing cannons. Once they were having fun, everyone in the audience is having fun. So that's what I'm saying. These type of movies, maybe don't strive for good, strive for fun. I don't know if that's a terrible thing to say. I don't know. Yeah, nothing was really, oh my God, this is amazing. It's not that movie. It was subpar, but it was fun. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This review might as well just be called "It was fun," because I don't know how many times I can say it. It truly was that. And at the end, there was a tease for a sequel, and I'll go see that movie. Like they left a good taste in my mouth, because I was like, those are just those that I want to go and sit and just have fun. Like in that movie, it kind of set it up to be just like the parts I liked of this movie. So I hope they don't fuck it up and just try and do what they did with the first one and make it more too many details. Just have fun. Breathe in. Just have fun. Do you hear me, guys? When you're making this, just have fun. Okay. A thing that I realized while watching this is this very few movies I see that COVID has like affected this movie by like its limits to film. And this and like Red Notice were like the two movies where I'm like, wow, like this, you can tell this was during COVID, because it's a lot of green screens, a lot of sets, and like when you're, note to directors, if you're doing a world traveling movie, it's like you gotta go there. If you're doing these big budget movies and you're world traveling, go to those places, or go somewhere where it looks like that place, because you can tell. There were some times in the cities where it's like I think they were there maybe at one point, and another point it was green screen. It was. Just take that note, please, because you can tell. I think all the actors did their best with what they could do with this film. So, but yeah, that was Uncharted. There wasn't much to say about this movie except for if you're looking for a fun time, it's fun, and I think Tom Holland proves that he can lead outside of a Marvel movie. But I really do hope his next step is like more of an action movie that's more serious, that can kind of test his action. I mean, test both his action skills and acting skills, because I think he has the chops for it. Now, if I was rating it before I started having fun, it'd be like a 2 or a 3. But once the adventure came into it and like the treasure hunting, if you want to say, I give it a 7. I mean, it's a fun movie. And I like Tom Holland. I thought it was funny. They had the quips. I think I would like to see. That's what I was kind of talking about with Tom Holland. I would like to see him in a movie where there's not as many quips because I think he can handle something that doesn't rely on comedy. When you're in a bind, you just kind of throw a joke in there and get you out of that scene. But yeah, I mean, it's a video game movie. It was fun. So I mean, I don't know what else to say. So I'll give it a 7. Yeah, so go see it because there might be a sequel. And if you want to see the sequel, I'm pretty sure you don't need to see the first one, but why not see the first one? Yeah, that was my review of Uncharted. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Click around our YouTube page. Cheers.